Hi friends, I want to show you what it is going to look like using your Holiday Gift HQ. This is going to be your tracking planner for absolutely everything holidays, and it is going to make your life so much easier. You're going to click the link inside Motherload, and the first thing that's going to pop up is this screen, and you're just going to click Copy Document. You do want to be logged into Google for this to work. So I'm going to click Make a Copy. And now you're going to have your own copy and you can update it to have your name. On this Start Here page, we have all of the instructions. So you can go through step by step anytime you need support. But I want to also give you instructions in video form because I think it's much, much easier. A few things I really want to point out before we get going. Number one, these columns that are highlighted in purple contain formulas that you are not going to edit. These are going to auto-populate from other portions of your sheet. The other thing I want you to know that's really super important is to never delete the top row. So it can be really tempting to just kind of like take all of this and click the delete button and fill in your own things. But the top row of every single tab is where all of the logic lives. So if you delete the top row, you're also going to delete all of the logic. You can delete everything below that. If you don't want to have my example list, it's really easy then to just scroll down and delete all of that. But make sure you leave this top row and then you start editing from that place. All right, now I'm just going to walk you step by step through using this list. So the first thing I want you to do is categorize your people who you're giving gifts to and create a budget for each category. So immediate family is how I've done it. My extended family, partners, extended family, friends, teachers, work, gift exchanges, support people, which could mean housekeepers, mail carriers, people who help with the dogs, babysitters, anyone you're buying gifts for. Party hosts and birthday. The reason I put birthday on here is because in Branham, my daughter has a birthday in January. I buy everything during Black Friday for her and go ahead and get it all prepped. So I need to know what's what. So I like that separate birthday category. You can get rid of that if you don't want it. You can change these to match anything you want. When I say don't change the top row, all I mean is don't erase it. Don't highlight it and then click delete. But if you want to just say family and then you want to change the budget to $1,000, completely yours. You're going to make this page yours. This is step one. You're going to go in order. So we've got the category list, then we're going to click over to the gift recipient list. And what I like to do is make my gift recipient list based on those categories in order. So whatever categories you've set over here, one line per person. So Jack, Branham, my daughter, John, my husband. I'm going to put myself in here because John and I will share this spreadsheet, and Carlota, our au pair. And then I'm going to mark that we're all immediate family. And then I'm going to move into extended family. You don't need to remark everyone who gets stockings. There will be a place for that in another sheet. Then my extended family, I'm going to put my mom, my nieces, and then move on to the rest of the family. Then what you want to do is put number of planned gifts. My kids get 7 gifts and 6 stocking stuffers. So that totals to 13. If you celebrate Christmas and you do stockings, for number of planned gifts, you want to include stocking stuffers. And then recipient address, this only matters if you're shipping gifts out. So if you're going to send gifts out to someone from your home or from the store directly, you're going to want their address. Otherwise, there's really no need to fill this part in. Then we're going to move to gift storage location. So we have done the main storage locations where people tend to keep things, but obviously update these for your needs. Maybe you keep something in your bedroom closet, then you can make that one of your storage locations. And again, you're not going to touch this because it's going to auto-populate. And then finally, we're going to come over to the all-important gifts tab. Start with the recipient. So because Jack is first on my gift recipient list, he's also going to be first on my gift list. And what you then want to do is make that person have as many rows as you're going to get them gifts for. So let's say you want to just delete all of mine. Notice I did not highlight that top row because we're keeping the top row. You're going to delete it. And then you're going to say, I got my son Hot Wheels, and let's just say your son's name is Jack. And then because you want 13 rows, you're going to highlight this box, click right here on the little button to pull it down, and pull down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. All right. And then you're going to mark stocking stuffers. So 6 of these are going to be stocking stuffers, and the other 7 are going to be his gifts. And then I'm going to do the same thing for Branham. You can change these names. Just click the edit button, and then you can say, so I might say Katie's responsible for this and John's responsible for that. Let's say I've gotten him the Hot Wheels. I'm going to mark them as purchased when they're purchased, and they're going to cost $22. And then let's say I did get him a candy cane of M&Ms for his stocking. I am going to mark that as purchased. And then what you're going to see is that my budget that I started inputting, I put here in this category list, it's going to start tallying over here. You're going to do this for every member of your family. What I suggest is that you just insert the names. So now we have Branham. We're going to click on her, get that blue dot, scroll down 13 spaces, mark 6 of them as stocking, and then go to the next person on our list. Now, the really easy thing I want to point out is, let's say we all only get one, because you're going to have this list of extended family here, right? You can highlight these cells, copy those cells, and then once you've done the names that need multiple lists, just to keep things really, really easy, you can just click into the cell and paste, and it's going to do that. And so then you only need one line, and I can say I'm getting John a grill, maybe John is getting me a necklace, and then we can put our information in here. So if it's not populating here, it just means when I did that delete, I lost that stuff. So all you're going to do, if you have these purple that aren't populating, that's why we left the top line, because you don't want to mess with that code, right? You're going to click that blue dot again, and you're just going to pull it all the way down. And now all of these people are populated. Then once you've got everyone in, if you want to see our curated gift guide, you just click here, pop into the gift guide, select whatever you want. You can also ask for gift suggestions in the Holiday Help Hub, and then you can choose items. Let's say I'm looking for a gift for John, and I'm like, a gift under $25 is what I want. I need it to be a stocking stuffer. Now you can paste that link in here. And so I can say for John that I'm getting him cable organizers, and Katie is the person responsible for it. And then I can click the link to purchase. And then once I purchase it, I'm going to mark it as purchase, and I'm going to mark the cost. A lot of families have trouble getting too many gifts. So we've done the types of gifts that people tend to really like to have. Gifts they want, need, wear, read, something special, educational, pretend play, experience, gift cards, cash. A lot of families will do just these top 5. Their kids get one of each of those top 5. For us, it's actually they get 7. So we do a special, usually there's an experience, and then I just like to keep more track of it. But that can help you cut down on everything. And then once I place the order, I'm going to put the order confirmation number in here. Now, because you're getting started, the easiest thing for you to do is come up to the top and click these little collapse buttons so it's not overwhelming. All you have to do is keep up with who you're buying for, what you're buying, input the links so you're ready to purchase, mark when you've purchased them, put how much you paid for them. That's all you need to do at this moment. As you start tracking gifts, that's when you're going to want to expand these out. So to expand them out, you might want to put in your order confirmation, say it's direct from store. You're not going to mess with this because this is importing directly from, remember, when you put in your gift recipient, if you bothered to give them an address, that's where that's coming from. And then you can add, if you're shipping it, date that you need it, the ship date you want to send it, and it will auto calculate days to ship. And then you can keep track of the status. So it's being shipped to you, it's delivered to you, it's being shipped to someone else. You need to deliver it. You can keep track of that status here. Then you're going to come over here, and as it's being shipped, you're going to put in the tracking number, And when you put in the tracking number, this column that's purple will automatically read what carrier that tracking number is from, and it will input a clickable link for you so you can track it. If you're going to ship it to someone else, once it comes to you and you ship it out to them, just delete this and again, it will create the link, but you can put your tracking number and then you can just change the status from delivered to me needs to ship to shipped to recipient. Then what I want to draw your attention to, and you can have this part open or closed, prep required. One thing that we really highly recommend is that you assemble toys for children, particularly your own children, before you wrap them. This is extra work on the front end and it saves you so much trouble on the back end. Because if you have gifts they don't have batteries for, they're not charged, you didn't set up the app for whatever the piece of technology needed, all of a sudden, when you give these gifts that should be fun and exciting, it can become so frustrating. I promise I am speaking from experience here. This is a really great place to track what's needed, and you can select multiple. Does this need batteries and assembly and wrapping? Cool. And then you can say batteries added, it's been assembled, it's been wrapped, or maybe it didn't need wrapping, so you didn't do that, and it's stored in the basement. So now you've done all of those. And when you click over here to your completion, you're going to see your progress on each one. These two are locked, budget totals and completion, because we don't want you to be accidentally mess with any of the coding, but they're pulling from elsewhere in your list. So your budget is pulling from right here, and the completion is pulling from here, which again, you're not going to mess with this. You're only going to mess with this one. So we've got that ready. And as you go through more and more, it's going to tell you where you stand. So right now you have all of these gifts to purchase, and that's why it's showing not much purchase. And then eventually it will start to show you the prep as you start building that part in as well. If you have any questions about this spreadsheet, please let me know. The biggest thing you can do before Black Friday is go in, get started by saying, here are my gift recipients. Here are the gifts I want to give them, asking in our chat if you're overwhelmed by choosing, and then get those links to purchase in, because then those Black Friday deals will happen and you can get all your shopping done and track everything in one easy fell swoop. I hope this is super helpful. Please reply with any questions you have. I'm here to help.